Good morning. Today we are going to read lesson The Story of Cricket. This lesson is written by Ramchandra Guha. And this is clear from the title that in this lesson we are going to read about the game cricket. As we all know that sports are not only the way of keeping ourselves fit, they also make us happy. We feel a sense of happiness while playing the games. Sport is an integral part of our healthy life. It is one way in which we amuse ourselves, compete with each other, and stay fit. Among the various sports such as hockey, football, and tennis, cricket appears to be the most appealing national entertainment today. As we all know, cricket is the most popular game. So, question arises, how much do we really know about the game called cricket? So, let's read about it. The story of cricket. Cricket grew out of the many stick and ball games played in England 500 years ago. So, we can see the history of cricket lies 15 years ago, like it's in history that there were many stick and ball games, and one of them developed as cricket. The word bat is an old English word that simply means stick or club. So bat means just a stick. By the 17th century, cricket had evolved enough to be recognizable as a distinct game. By 17th century, cricket has taken its own identity. It has got its own identity. So it was quite different from others. And then till the middle of the 18th century, bats were roughly the same shape as hockey sticks, curving outwards at the bottom. Until the middle of 18th century, they were not having their present shape, which we usually see these days. That shape was not given to it initially. So earlier means in the beginning, you could see it like a hockey stick. Let me show you the picture. The shape was like this, as you can see. The oldest cricket bat in existence, and you can see the curved end. Why the end was curved means what was the reason behind it. Let's read about that. There was a simple reason for this. The ball was bowled under arm, means it was thrown under arm along the ground, means not high from the ground. Along the ground, it was thrown to the batsman, towards the batsman, and the curve at the end of the bat gave the batsman the best chance of making contact. So it was easier with the curved end to make a contact with the ball. One of the peculiarities of cricket is that a test match can go on for 5 days. You must have noticed that every game has a certain fixed time, means like there is a foundation of time for every kind of game. So, but one thing is very peculiar. Peculiar means the a kind of special thing, strange thing, unusual thing about cricket is that if you are playing a test match, it can go for 5 days, and still the ending will not decide who was victorious and who was defeated. So it can end in a draw, means equal. No other modern team sport takes even half as much time to complete. Means pick any other game. No game takes so much time like a test match takes in cricket. As you can see, a football match is generally over in an hour and a half. And then even baseball completes 9 innings in less than half the time that it takes to play a limited overs match. So baseball is also similar to cricket, not exactly same, but similar to it, not completely, but. So as you can see, it's described here that baseball is a game played with a bat and a ball by two teams of 9 players each on a field with 4 bases. So, even that game takes half the time to play limited overs match, the shortened version of modern cricket that is called baseball. Another curious characteristic of cricket is that the length of the pitch is specified 22 yards, but the size or shape of the ground is not. First thing which is strange is that a test match takes so long time, means even 5 days. And second strange thing about cricket is that pitch, means where batsmen stand on the two ends, that pitch has a specific measurement, and that is always 22 yards. But the size or shape of ground is not fixed. It can be a small ground and can be a big ground. Most other team sports, such as hockey and football, lay down the dimensions of the playing area. But this is not same in other games like hockey and football. They have specific area, specific dimensions of the playing area. But in cricket, there is only fixed measurement of pitch only. Ground can be big or small. But in hockey and football, it doesn't happen. Cricket does not. Grounds can be oval, like the Adelaide Oval, or nearly circular, like Chepauk in Chennai. So, shape of ground can be oval or it can be fully round. In like you draw a circle. A six at the Melbourne cricket ground needs to clear much more ground than it does at Firoz Shah Kotla in Delhi. Now, see this thing that if you want to make a six, means strike a six, want to score 6 runs on a ball, then you need to clear more ground in Melbourne cricket ground. But if you are playing in Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium in Delhi, then you need less ground to cover. Means you have to cover more ground to make a six in Melbourne cricket ground, but you need to clear less ground in Firoz Shah Kotla Stadium in Delhi. Then there is a historical reason behind both these oddities. Now, these are odd things and they have historical reason. Cricket was the earliest modern team sport to be codified, means standardized, where you have to put rules and regulations. The first written laws of cricket were drawn up in 1744. They stated, the principals shall choose from amongst the gentlemen present 2 umpires who shall absolutely decide all disputes. Now, 2 umpires in the game would be there to make the players follow rules and regulation. They will also keep a check and they would be there to take care of all the rules and regulations. And as you can see, first written laws of cricket were drawn up, were came into existence in 1744. The stumps must be 22 inches high and the bail across them 6 inches. You must have seen that three stumps are there. They must be 22 inches high, and joining pieces which are kept at the top of it, they are called bail. So now the bail across them 6 inches. So the length must be 6 inches. The ball must be 5 and 6 ounces, means the weight of it must be 5 or 6 ounces, and two set of stumps 22 yards apart. And this is quite clear. Earlier also we read that pitch has a length of 22 yards, and on both sides there would be stumps, three stumps on each side with bail on it. The world's first cricket club was formed in Hambledon in the 1760s, and Marylebone Cricket Club was founded in 1787. So you have to, keep in mind all these years, because these are facts, these are the things which you cannot change. During the 1760s and 1770s, it became common to pitch the ball through the air rather than roll it along. Remember, in the beginning, we read that whenever the ball was to be thrown, it was underarm, means you can roll it on the ground. But now it became common to pitch the ball through the air. Now you could go over arm, and rather than roll it along the ground, you won't roll it along the ground. You can differentiate it like this, or you can understand it like this, that whenever you play the game of cricket with a small child, what do you do? Do you throw the ball from, in higher position in the air? No, you roll it on the ground. So earlier the rule was to roll it on the ground, but later on during 1760s and 1770s it was changed. This change gave bowlers the options of length, deception through the air, plus increased pace. Now the speed of ball could be changed. Now there was no need to give the ball to throw the ball at slow pace. Now, what is deception through the air? The ball is no longer rolled along the ground but sent through the air, hence the possible variety or deception in bowling. So now you could have, changes in throwing ball. You don't have to roll it on the ground. You can use the pace or direction of air while you are bowling. It also opened new possibilities for spin and swing. Now, I know many of you know about these things, how to spin a ball, how to swing a ball. So, you all know how the bowlers, deliver the ball, and how do they do bowling. So, there were possibilities of spinning the ball, swinging the ball, and so that it can be made difficult for batsmen to play the ball, to make the runs. In response, batsmen had to master timing and shot selection. Now see, when there are more options in bowling, then obviously batsman will have to accept the challenge, decide his strategy, and decide at the time of bowling, when the bowler is throwing the ball, he will have to make up his mind that how he is going to bat. Means he will have to master timing and shot selection. Like, while whether he is going to give you know a touch to the ball, and whether he is going to hit it hard, that would be decided by the batsman only when there are variations in bowling. One immediate result was the replacement of the curved bat with the straight one. Now, this is very important change, that earlier the the bat had curved end. Now it was Not like that. No, the weight of the ball was limited to between 5 to 5 ounces. So no, now you can say that there was difference in the weight of ball now again, and the width of the ball was to be 4 inches. And then in 1774, the first leg before law was published. Now, first leg was a law which was there in existence in the year 1774. Also around this time, a third stump became common, and then by 1780, 3 days had become the length of the major match. Now you can see in 1780 it was decided that the match could be of 3 days, and this year also saw the creation of first six seam cricket ball. Now there was a change in the production of ball, means shape of the ball was also changed this year. You can see the pavilion of Marylebone Cricket Club in 1874. So you can see there is history of cricket, how it started, how it got its present form, and there are so many things which we will be reading in our next session.